Right, so there's something I want to discuss with us, right? Regardless of your gender. This probably will speak to you, okay? So, that was a time when we were growing up. The video game that is available in our time then is not that realistic, okay? It's like when you play Mario and some other games, maybe Mortal Kombat, Contrast game, and things like that, they're not real. It kind of dawned on you that those are not real and you can't bring it to real world. And I believe that is the limitation of that time growing up. But it gets to a point where technology advances, then we start having real games that look like a real human being, like they were able to make games that kind of mimic, making it look like a real human being. And kids of these days then playing those games, thinking what they are doing in their games is the same thing as real world. So they were trying to bring their game world into real life world. But they quickly understand that their game world is quite different from real world. Real world there is real, and their game world is just virtual. And that is not where I'm going, but I just want to say that just to lay the foundation of what I'm about to tell you guys, okay? The social media, rather, is full of a whole lot of people that are damaged inside, but on social media, they look perfect. Or someone that is not married, you have no knowledge of marriage, you have never been in marriage before, and you happen to be the one advising married people. It makes no sense. But what I'm trying to say is that this is someone that advised even single people not to agree. What they normally use then is no grief for any man. And when you switch to the other side, you will see that men are also saying no grief for any lady. Just knock and move on. It becomes toxic that ladies will want to hear another broken woman thinking that they are perfect in their own real life because of what they see online or on social media. And they are very easy, quick to rush to people like that to take advice from them about how to deal with men. I think there's one time it's like someone that have been mentoring ladies in a very toxic way, leading them astray, making a lot of ladies miss someone they're supposed to marry. But you know what happened at the end of the day? This same person, this their mentor, actually get pregnant for a man that is married. And this is the same lady who is against it right from day one, misleading a lot of ladies on social media, being their mentor. There's different cases like that where you will have a man leading young men astray, telling them to sleep with different women before they will pick one. And I ask, will you agree that out of those 50 women or 50 ladies, will you agree that your sister should be part of one of them? So you see guys kind of rushing towards someone that is going to be lying to them because it's telling them what they want to hear about ladies. The same thing, ladies also coming out saying rubbish about men, and some ladies love it so much that they kind of rushing towards it because it's telling them what they want to hear. Now, let me say this. We have someone who is also mentoring ladies that they should be boss lady, and there's nothing wrong about being a boss lady, but it's mentoring them to be a boss lady in a very toxic way. A lot of people have followed a footstep, thinking we don't need men, we don't need them for anything. And this is the kind of person who is portraying to be a boss lady, calling herself king. But fortunately, suddenly realized that this is not a life. And now she's embracing her feminism, going back to her husband and rekindle. Now my question is, how is it for you, the followers, you that you have been leading astray? Many of you young ladies have been led to the point that you have been advised to leave your marriage. Many guys have been advised to be beating their wife or maltreating their wife. The question is, how is it for you now? Were you able to amend your own relationship or your marriage? Is your situation, are you able to reverse whatever they allow you to or they help you to, mess up? It's more or less like if you want to learn to be a tailor, right? A fashion designer. You don't go to someone that is making furniture. And if you want to learn furniture, you don't go to fashion designer. You go to people who have that experience or are living the experience. The internet, the social media is full of broken people. They have pain in them. They have anger in them. And they are using this anger to judge other men. Do we have bad people? Yes. There are bad women, there are bad men out there. But if you are saying that because there is a car accident, you're going to stop using car. If there's a plane crash, you're going to stop using plane. Water do kill people. Is that going to stop you from drinking water? No. It's life. There is always accident of whatever. Marriage also has its own accident. And that should not stop you from your own marriage. You see, I'm not saying you can't take advice from people on social media, but I'm saying that use wisdom to apply it to your own situation. There's no one yardstick that fits every situation. Their marriage may be something that is quite different from yours. How they are dealing with it should be different from how you are dealing with yours. When there is a mutual understanding between you and your spouse, then look for a way to manage whatever you guys have. Stop looking at people out there. Stop looking at people on social media. There are millions of people on social media that they're internally broken. Their advice to you will be their own experience. Yes, I will say there are some situations where you need to leave a toxic marriage. And that is if that marriage is abusive. If you have a man or a woman that is putting his hand on you, if your man is being abusive physically, if your woman is being abusive physically, maybe it's already too late for you to leave that marriage because you should have left that marriage yesterday. Just like yesterday, you should have left that marriage. So for me personally, I will never condone abusive relationship. In that case, it is better for you to leave. But any other thing can be managed, can be sorted out. All right? My submission to you today is that, yes, seek advice, but be sure to seek advice from the right people, not people who are broken internally, not people who are using their anger to advise you. There are millions of people out there. They are looking for people to join their caucus. And if you're part of those caucus, because a lot of women or men are regretting today for taking advice on social media from people who are broken without applying wisdom. So look at this situation. There are some people who brought their spouse from outside the country and it didn't work for them. There are some who also brought their spouse from other country and it worked for them. Let's now say you have that same situation whereby you travel abroad and you are trying to bring someone from your hometown and you happen to take advice from someone who did that and it flopped. How do you think that person will advise you? It's going to advise you negatively because he experienced it in a negative way. But if you are to take advice from someone that did the same and it worked for that person will advise you in the right way. You may did and it may not work for you by taking advice from that person. That is why you need to apply wisdom in whatever you're doing. Each situation is different. Now let me say this. Men and women are meant to cooperate. We're not meant to compete against one another. So do what works best for you and not what people say. All right? The best thing or the best decision you can make is to think before you act. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.